Welcome back to the Goofy Rebuilds, and today we are going to be doing a very hard one. We are going to be rebuilding a team of the worst players in Madden at every position. And we have the GOAT Nathan Peterman at quarterback. And we are going to try to save this team and see if we can turn it into one of the best rosters in the league by the end of this video. And I don't want to waste much time getting into this. So if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like. I would very much appreciate it. It really helps out the channel, and it lets me know y'all want to see more like this. And subscribe for more, trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. That's my new goal, I guess. Maybe not crazy enough of a goal because we're on pace to hit it way before then, but we'll see. Just subscribe if you like rebuilds because that is literally all I do. And no shout out for this one because this was just something I came up with, but I normally do shout outs for good suggestions if I use them, so let me know those down in the comments, or if you just want to let me know something fun that you would want to see. Either way, let me know. But without further ado, let's get into rebuilding this team. And there isn't much to talk about with this roster other than I'm gonna do something goofy here. Maybe cheating, but to spice things up, I kind of want to keep Nathan Peterman for this rebuild. If he plays horrible and doesn't develop, then that's fine, we'll just move on from him. But if he does play well somehow, then he could be our quarterback for this entire rebuild. They're also disrespecting my GOAT with a 49 overall. That's horrible. I can't believe they did that to him. But let's just get straight to the end of the year, and it is going to be super interesting to see how this team does in simulation. It should be a little better than a 0 overall team, but I don't think we're going to come close to winning a game. But you never know. Let's see. Okay, well, we were apparently so bad that it doesn't even want to show us our record. Unlucky. Yeah, we were 0-17. Big shocker there. I'm really curious to see our stats, though. I wonder, like I said, if we were that bad or if some players did well. Okay, Nathan Peterman wasn't great. 2 yards. That's cool, I guess. 5 touchdowns. 32 interceptions. You see, I understand having a horrible team around you and everything. Not many touchdown passes. 32 interceptions. That's rough. Did we run the ball? I guess we probably turned it over so quick that we didn't really get an opportunity to run. Bug Howard was our leading receiver with almost 600 yards. I wish it was someone younger, but whatever. Brett Toth allowed 24 sacks. That's cool. Ty Okada led the team with 131 tackles. 16 TFLs for Deshaun Dixon. That's pretty. He might get a dev trait. And then William Quenku had 2.5 sacks. That led the team. And we actually had 5 interceptions. Okay, not as bad as a 0 overall team, but not great. Is there really even any point in checking awards? You know what? There is one award. There's one award we have a chance with. That is Defensive Rookie of the Year. Okada at number 5. Unlucky. But for re-signings, do y'all really care about this? We did get a few dev traits, actually. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. Yeah, we didn't get any on offense, but on defense, because we had so many tackles, because our offense was so bad. Quinterio Cole, is that his name? Or yeah, Quinterio. That's a long name. He got star dev, Christian Ellis got star dev, and Ty Okada got star dev. I'm surprised Dixon didn't, but whatever. I'll re-sign some players, and then we will get into officially rebuilding this team. I think I'm gonna go kind of hard in free agency too. I have a plan. It should be fun. Okay, well, this is a pretty good free agent class, and we are gonna take advantage of it. I'm not gonna list off every player, but you see who we're going for. There are a lot of them, with the best ones being, I'll list off the best ones: Josh Allen, L'Jarius Sneed, Patrick Queen, Grover Stewart, and then we're getting a kicker and punter. We're getting Dicker the kicker. Let's go. Also, J.K. Dobbins to be our running back. We'll see how he does, which I know L'Jarius Sneed signed an extension with the Titans. Patrick Queen got signed to like a 4-year deal. Unfortunately, I'm in your walls. I don't know what to tell you about that. This isn't a realistic rebuild, so we're going for whoever. I mean, pretty clearly this isn't a realistic rebuild, but this would be an amazing, core to the team if we can get all these players. It might already just be a good team straight up. I mean, we'll still definitely have our flaws, but a good starting point. So let's see how many of these players we can get. I don't think we're gonna get Josh Allen, but we might as well try. So let's see who we can sign. It's thinking. Oh, okay, it looks like we get a few, but not everyone. But we get L'Jarius Sneed, Patrick Queen, Grover Stewart, Cameron Dicker, we'll take it, and then a few depth players. Or I guess they won't be depth players, they'll be starters, but they should be depth players. Josh Allen goes to the Colts, and I think that was the only player we missed out on. And since we didn't get Josh Allen, how are we feeling about Jadeveon Clowney? He is really good in this game. So again, let's see how many of these players we can get. It looks like we got a few more. We didn't get Clowney, unfortunately, but Deshaun Elliott, Josh Uche, we'll take it. And let's see if the rest sign now. Okay, we at least get J.K. Dobbins, it looks like. That's the main one I wanted to see. So we do have our running back, hopefully. But let's get to the draft, and this is going to be a very important one. Hopefully it's good. Okay, well, here in the draft, I am a little disappointed. Here's why. So I said I wanted to commit to Nathan Peterman, but he was a lot worse than I even expected. I thought he would do poorly. I didn't think he would be 5 touchdown passes, 32 interceptions bad. And there's a top 5 quarterback in the class, or a top 5 talent quarterback. There is also a really, really, really good looking corner. Oh, this is tough. So I think the corner's going to be a higher overall, but the quarterback is definitely, you know, a more important position. What do we do? What do I do? We'll ignore being smart. We're not going to go with the QB. I want Nathan Peterman to be good. Let's go with Clayton Brooks out of Wake Forest. Kind of weird to pick corner at number 1, but not really. I feel like corner's almost an underrated position. We'll take him. Hidden dev, 93 speed, cool. And the reason I picked the Cardinals is because they have 2 first-round picks. And in one of the recent challenges I did, I used the Browns, forgetting they only had 1. Or no, they didn't have any first-round picks, so this makes up for that. There's still a lot of good corners left. Ooh, Bruce Minshew. Not Minshew, Minshew. This is genuinely off-brand, I guess not a quarterback, so not off-brand Gardner Minshew, but he's from Washington, not Washington State. Bruce is kind of a goofy southern-ish name. I guess Gardner isn't really, so I don't know, whatever. I'm just yapping. He looks good. We're not going to take him yet, but I think I will round 2. Ooh, also Luke Moss. He might be better. I'm just looking for one of those crazy, like, 80 overall guards, but I don't see any. There are a lot of good ones, but not that good. Okay, really looking. Ooh, this guy's pretty good. Okay, I was gonna say, really looking, the only player I can see that's worth it is Tavares Starks. Usually for these pass rushing outside linebackers, here's a tip that I don't know if it's a great tip, but I always look for at least B block shedding, or not B block shedding, B play rec. And if it's the first round, I always look for at least an A pass rush move for whatever scheme they are, or archetype they are. Like, this guy's a power rusher, so we're hoping for A power moves. Like, that's how I differentiate the good ones from the not so good ones, but now that I say that, he'll probably be horrible. His combine wasn't like anything crazy, so I don't know. I kind of like Donnie Malone too. He might be better, but he's not very scouted. We'll take a chance on Starks. We literally had 3 total sacks last year. We'll take it. Normal dev. I forgot to say he's probably going to have normal dev because his combine wasn't very good, but I think he'll still be a good overall, I hope. And let's actually go with another corner for, I think, the last pick I'm going to show. I might show one more if there's a really good player, but Deontay Kinney, first round talent. I know we already took a corner, but we might play him at safety. We'll see. Or one of them at safety. I don't know. We'll take him. Normal dev. All right. We're getting unlucky with the dev traits, but I think we're getting good players. I hope. Okay, this was a very good draft. We did very, very well. Clayton Brooks is an 81 overall. I'm going to try to go quick through this because there are a lot of players, but 93 speed, 95 agility, 85 press, 81 man, 82 zone. He looks good. Tavares Starks is only a 75 with, of course, normal dev. L. Deontay Kinney, I wish he had a dev trait. 79 overall. He looks really good. 95 speed. Bruce Minshew is a 77, and we also got Luke Moss, who's a 76, so Minshew was better, but we got both anyways, so cool. And then Stephon Whitfield, he looked pretty good. I don't think he has the best speed in the world, 83, but a pretty good receiver. Honestly, on paper, he doesn't look all that good, but he is somehow. Which, by the way, both of these guys have hidden dev. I actually made every pick in this draft. Kirk Miller, 74 overall, another hidden dev, 90 speed, 85 tackle. McDougal, 73 overall with hidden dev. Felix Michaels wasn't great. That was my worst pick, but it was the 5th round. Like a 69 overall there is fine value. And then Daniel Parker in the 7th, 73 overall, only normal dev, but 91 speed, 92 excel, 85 catching, 80 short route. I was between him. Let me see if he was the better player. Between him and, God, I'm not going to remember the other guy's name. It was a deep threat receiver. He might not have gotten picked. Maybe we can sign him as a UDFA. I don't know. He must not have been that good, though. Ooh, there was also a good tight end and another pretty decent receiver in the 7th. This was a pretty good draft. Really good, honestly. Denzel Ward. Interesting. But let's see how the team's looking heading into year 2. Okay, we're actually looking pretty decent. We're up to a 76 overall, and we still have our GOAT Nathan Peterman, so all is well. A few rookies on offense, but not too many, but on defense. I guess it's also not too many rookies. Just just 5 starting, but we have an 81 overall defense already. Pre-development, signing more players. It's already pretty good. That is definitely helped by having, L'Jarius Sneed, Patrick Queen, Grover Stewart. The one thing that is definitely going to hold us back, though, is this passing game. I mean, Nathan Peterman is a 56 overall, and a 75 overall in Michael Wilson is his best weapon. So that isn't exactly ideal, but this offseason, I think we're really going to work to make this offense good. And it should, of course, develop throughout the year. It is mostly young. But again, let's get to the midseason. My guess is no wins still, but maybe. We actually might. Let's see. Okay, no, we do not have a win yet. Both our offense and defense are still horrible. You hate to see it. I'm worried for our GOAT, Nathan Peterman. How's he doing so far? Because a 39 passer rating. Yeah. Should I cheat even more and give him traits? I think I'll replace him anyways, but I want him to do well. We'll give him discipline penalty, ideal sense pressure. His traits aren't even that bad. High motor. I want him to do well, but unfortunately, we might be replacing him this offseason. But on a positive note, when I was spending upgrades, Minshew has superstar. For some reason, Moss's isn't revealed yet, probably just star, because he hasn't really developed that much. But what I did see is Brooks has X Factor. That's cool. Now up to an 83 with, of course, X Factor at only 22 years old, so he should develop a lot. Unfortunately, though, with all the other, hidden devs we got, I think all the rest were star, unless Moss does have superstar. So I guess a little unlucky, but at least we got, 2 better than star out of what? 6 possible? I felt like there were more for some reason. Am I just missing them? I don't know. Oh yeah, and last thing before we get to the end of the season, do we have anyone to re-sign? I doubt it, but okay, no. All right, let's get to the end of the year and we'll see if we can get our first win, hopefully, somehow. Okay, well, actually, before I show how we did in year number 2, I almost forgot to do this again, but question of the day. Let me know this down in the comments. I'll ask a Madden-related one this time instead of a general football one. If there's one thing you could add to or change about this game, what would it be? I don't know if I have a specific answer, because there are about a million things I could think of. As y'all know, I spend 90% of my time in these videos complaining about the game, but what is like the one thing you would change or add about this game or franchise or whatever? Let me know that down in the comments. I would say maybe like a complete simulation overhaul, because I think it's horrible and just feels entirely random and it shouldn't really be that way. But yeah, again, let me know what y'all think down below. What would you change? But anyways, in year number 4, wow, not even close. Year 2, I'm stupid. In year 2, we finish 2-15. We do thankfully get our first win of the rebuild. Surprisingly. Nathan Peterman got a little better throughout the second half of the year, but was still pretty horrible. J.K. Dobbins wasn't great. Michael Wilson, almost 900 yards, literally 1 yard away, 4 touchdowns. I guess we'll take it if we have to. Oh, why was our line this bad? I mean, our line is not necessarily the strength of our offense, because it isn't good, but it shouldn't have been that bad. We didn't even pass that much, did we? 495 times. I mean, that's not a whole lot, but I think that's a lot for Madden. Yeah, it's like mid. And then Patrick Queen, 128 tackles, TFLs, 23 for Uche. We're getting a lot of tackles for loss. 19 for Stewart, 18 for Starks, 17 for Thomas. And sacks, Josh Uche and Tavares Starks both had 6. Starks definitely isn't going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but he could be up there. 89 tackles, 18 TFLs, 6 sacks. We'll see. In interceptions, 5 for Deshaun Elliott, 4 for L'Jarius Sneed, 3 for Clayton Brooks as a rookie. He could also be up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then 1 for Patrick Queen. Not many pass deflections, though. I'm realizing in the last rebuild, maybe not, but I was looking at... There was a linebacker who I thought had 18 pass deflections, but they might have just had 18 yards for their longest interception, and I might have been looking at that. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they did have 18 pass deflections, and that was just crazy, but I might have been stupid. I'm not sure, because they're right next to each other. But I highly doubt we're going to win any awards, but maybe. Parker at number 5 for Offensive Rookie of the Year, Whitfield at number 7, Michaels at number 8, and Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Tavares Starks. That's huge, because he didn't have a dev trait, and now he does. Well, hopefully. Sometimes it just doesn't give it. If it doesn't, I'm gonna give it to him. I'm cheating a lot in this rebuild, but maybe we don't have to. Clayton Brooks at number 4, Kirk Miller at 6. We'll definitely take Defensive Rookie of the Year. But let's get into another offseason, and we should hopefully be able to make the team actually good now, or at least better than 2 wins. But we're gonna go for a pretty big free agent class here. We are gonna go for Nick Chubb, Justin Jefferson, Khalil Mack, Garrett Bowles, and Robert Spillane. If we can get all these players, we could be like a 80-something overall team, maybe like an 84 before the draft even, and we're only in the second offseason. This team could be crazy good already. So let's see if we can sign these players. Everybody signs, and we get everybody. You know what? Let me restructure these deals too. I kind of want to sign a lineman. Okay, we're gonna go for Sam Cosmi. I don't want to spend all of our money right here just because this team is gonna get really expensive if I do that. But Sam Cosmi would be worth it. He's also very good in this game. Again, if you didn't see the last rebuild, go and watch it. I finally rebuilt the Commanders with Drake May, and Sam Cosmi did very well. So we'll try to bring him in here. That would have been funny if like I said all that just for him to not sign, but he does, thankfully. But let's get to the draft, and I don't even know what we're gonna need to do. I guess we'll see. Well, I think I know one move, unfortunately. But of course, we have the number 1 pick once again, as you would expect for a 2-15 team. And I'm conflicted. Okay, there are actually 2 first-round talent QBs, but there are some really good-looking receivers. Eli Preston and Eugene Rushing. Also, Terrence McKinney looks pretty good, but he isn't fully scouted. Ooh, he looks really good. Just his deep route sucks, but ooh, he might be the best. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna take a receiver anyways, but Terrence McKinney, he's probably pretty good. I think we are gonna go with a quarterback. I wish I could have focus scouted these 2. I don't know if Elling is great, but I think McDermott looks pretty good. Maybe not. Okay, I think we scouted the best ones possible. I like Johnny Parker. He is a year older than Clay Green, but his ratings are a lot better. What's Green's speed? Oh, he's not even that much faster. Okay, I was gonna say, there must be some advantage of Green over Parker. Like, maybe Green has really insane deep accuracy or throw under pressure or something. I don't know. Because Parker looks better at almost everything else. We'll take him. He does have hidden dev, thankfully. That's the thing I was scared about. But he does have hidden dev. 94 throw power. None of the other ratings are too impressive, but we'll take it. I guess the strength is pretty good for a QB, but whatever. I wish more of the receivers were fully scouted. I feel like the CPU, like, happens to skip the better players. You know what I mean? Like, with the focus scouting. I mean, I guess it just goes off of which area you selected to fully focus scout, like your location, but still. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say, maybe. Holy shit, this guy looks terrible. Jaden Westbrook. Oh my god. This dude might be a 50 overall. He at least has C medium route. He might actually be a pretty decent running back. I know he's slow, but it's easier to get by with being slow at running back than receiver. I'm just yapping. I might take him in the 7th round for fun. Oh, Kerry Perriman. Goofy name. He looks okay. Gabe Howard. I know someone with that name. That's interesting. Doesn't look like that, but honestly, I don't love any of these receivers. Duke Arnett is interesting, but also he has 5 F ratings, or 6 if you want to count injury. This dude's name is Peter Peters. That's great. You would think they would make something to make names like that not happen so much, because they're kind of goofy, but I don't know, they're kind of funny. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they're still a thing. Wow, for our positions of need, I can't find anyone good. I might trade this pick back. Carlos Friedman and DeMarcus Lashley. Hold on, let me look at these 2 guys. We don't need another corner, but I can't find anyone else good. DeMarcus Lashley looks pretty insane. Not the best speed, but at his pro day, he ran a 4.4 flat. He's also listed as a man corner. It's not scouted, but he has A press and A zone, so I think it would be a fair assumption to say it's an A. I don't know what we're gonna do with him, but he looks insane, so we're gonna take him. Hidden dev, 91 speed, 93 excel, 94 change of direction. Again, don't know what we're gonna do with him, but if we can find a really good player, we're gonna take a really good player. Sounds like a good strategy to me. Ooh, I broke the game. What did I do? Okay. John Pearson at tackle is interesting. I don't know if I can justify playing a 6'8" lineman at guard, though. I don't know if we're gonna do that. I kind of want to take Peter Peters just for the name. He doesn't look that great, but he looks fine. You know what? Sure, I can't find another very good lineman. We'll go with Peter Peters. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's gonna be worth it, but I think he's okay. Maybe like a 72 or 3. We'll take him. Hidden dev. cool. But here's how we did in the draft. We did all right. Johnny Parker is a 77. That's about what I expected. He's pretty good. Good ratings. Nothing like exceptional other than the 94 throw power. I guess 78 awareness is good for a rookie, but I don't know. He's just not like insane at any certain thing other than throw power, like I said. He's all right though. Should hopefully be better than, 5 touchdowns to 32 interceptions. DeMarcus Lashley is an 80 overall. He is a very, very good player. Probably one of the best in the class. I don't know if he was top 5 talent, but maybe close. We got that in the second round, so we'll take it. And then pretty good guess for Peter Peters. I said 72 or 3, and he's a 72. I'm starting to know this game too well. And the rest of the draft wasn't great. Well, these picks were fine, Porter and McDougald, but Arnett is only a 67. He did have 99 speed, 79 deep route. This is the one guy we were looking at one point who had like 5 or 6 F ratings. So big shocker, he isn't that good. He would go up at running back. You know what? He probably wouldn't make the team as a receiver, so sure. And then we did end up taking Jaden Westbrook, but he's a horrible running back because he has 59 carrying, and I didn't know that, so that's rough. He's honestly not that bad of a receiver, and he's a really good kick returner. Are we gonna get some value from this pick? This was just a throwaway pick because he looked so bad, but honestly, he isn't that bad. He's like rosterable quality. That's crazy. Eli Preston was the best receiver in the class. McKinney was really good too. Rushing was really good, but Lashley, the corner we took, was the second best player in the class. Also, this was not a very good draft. There were only 2 players at an 80 or higher. Why is there a white little tiny dot next to Willie Proctor? Do y'all see that? Why is that there? They tried to make that picture a PNG and they failed apparently. Oh, and also, there were a lot of good corners in this class. I guess there always are. I think one thing I might do for the future is set corner draft strength to normal because I have it at strong. I have all of them at strong, but there are way too many good corners. Like, that's just not realistic. So I think I might unfortunately set that back to normal for future draft or future rebuilds. But we did get the best quarterback in the class, or at least tied for it. Clay Green was also a 77 in overall and only 21 years old. So, by that logic, he was better. But Clay Green only had normal devs, so I'm glad we didn't go with him. But ignoring the dev trait, he was, I guess, slightly better because he's a year younger. Either way, good draft, and let's get into year 3. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. This is a really good roster already. Up to an 85, which, I keep forgetting that we're using the regular Madden rosters. I usually use my custom rosters, and they're usually a lower overall, so an 85 might not be too great, but woo, that's a little bit of a difference there between those two teams. 85 is like mid, maybe. There's a good stretch of teams through here, but yeah, an 85 is like mid, which is very good for what we started with, so we'll take it. And hopefully our offense does better this year. It definitely should. We put Garrett Bowles at left tackle and moved Moss to right. I still don't know how great I feel about him starting at tackle because, 17 sacks last year, but we'll see. Obviously, Justin Jefferson and Nick Chubb, pretty big additions, nothing crazy there. And then on defense, we actually got a few dev traits. Starks went straight up to superstar dev, so that's pretty cool. I always forget it gives defensive rookie of the year twice. That's weird. I guess one's for like individual defensive rookie of the year, like for NFC or AFC, and then it gives one if you win like overall defensive rookie of the year. I don't know how that works. That's just a guess. It's weird. Josh Uche also went up to superstar though, and then just the defense in general is looking good. We moved Lashley to free safety because he was the one that he just didn't go down in overall. Kinney would have, so I just put him at free safety. We'll see how he does. But yeah, this is a very good and well-rounded team. I also picked up Dietrich Wise because I completely forgot to add a second defensive tackle. The only thing I worry about is we kind of have Justin Jefferson at receiver, and then that's it. Like Michael Wilson, I like him a lot in real life, but he hasn't developed here. So we'll just see what happens. Let's get to the midseason point of year 3, and hopefully we're better than, 0 wins like we had last year at the midseason. Okay, we are 6-1. That is a lot better than I expected. I kind of thought we would be like better, but just okay, like 3-4, but no, we are amazing. Our defense is weird. Like, we're allowing a lot of yards, but we're not allowing many points. We're a very much bend, don't break defense, which, usually doesn't work that well in my opinion, but here it's definitely working. Our pass game isn't all that good, but we have the best run game in the league. I guess we're probably just not very pass heavy, but hopefully we can keep this up because we could be, where are we ranked in the league right now? We are currently the best team in the league, apparently. Yeah, we're number 1 for, well, I guess we're not number 1 one for points per game, but we're up there. It looks like the Ravens are doing really well too, though. They're not scoring as many points as us, but they're not allowing as many points either. But anyways, I already checked this. We have some players to re-sign, but as I was afraid of, we have negative 14 million cap to work with. I think we'll be able to restructure some deals and at least be able to re-sign Grover Stewart, but I don't know how crazy we're going to be able to go in free agency. That's the only thing. And even then, do we want Grover Stewart back at the end of the year? I mean, he's good, but he's 31. He's going to be 32. He'll probably regress down to like an 81. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do. And I'll reveal the dev traits at the end of the year. I did see what they are. There are a couple good ones. We'll say that. So let's get to the end of the year. We'll check our dev traits and then I'll show what record we finish with. Hopefully we don't choke. That's all I'm hoping for, but we might. Okay, well, here we are at the end of year number 3, and if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video. I would very much appreciate it. It very much helps out the channel. No like goal for this one. I might bring like goals back at some time. I just feel like it makes the intro too long, but we'll see. I mean, like I said in the last rebuild, it's like a 1.5-minute intro and an hour-long video, but I just overthink stuff like that for some reason. Anyways, be sure to like the video. I would appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you've liked this video so far, because most of my videos are like this, and be sure to let me know what type of rebuild I should do next. Maybe something similar to this, because I'll give you a shout out in the beginning of the video if I use your suggestion. You already know the drill. But as for dev traits, no X factors, but Parker has superstar, which I was hoping for. I was worried he would just have star. I mean, when we were drafting him, I was worried he would have normal, but he does have superstar, so that's cool. Now up to 96 throw power. Somehow got 2 throw power upgrades in just a season. And then Lashley has superstar. Now up to 87 man as a rookie. That's crazy. I think, what other dev traits did we even have? We had Peters, he was just star. McDougald was surprisingly just star. Was he even a rookie this year? Or was he last year? I don't know. I don't remember. And then I think that was it, but we'll take 2 more superstars. That's huge. And in year number 3, we finished 11-6 and we made the playoffs. We definitely tried to choke a little bit. Why'd I go to standings? Whenever I try to go to the schedule, I always mess something up for whatever reason. We definitely started off really good, but oh god, we lost. We went 1-4 through this stretch here. That's not great. We did, thankfully, we scored 0. We got shut out 7-0. Why? But we thankfully won the last game of the year. We started off 7-1. You know what? At least we made the playoffs. It could have been a lot worse, I guess. Our offense actually ended up not being that good. 21st for yards. We might think about changing the offensive playbook. We'll see. But Johnny Parker as a rookie, only 3,300 yards because we didn't pass that much, but 27 touchdowns, only 6 picks. He was much better than Nathan Peterman, obviously, as you would hope. I don't know if that'll be good enough for Rookie of the Year, but maybe. Nick Chubb, 1,500 yards, 5.6 per carry, 12 touchdowns, 9 for J.K. Dobbins, too. We'll take it, I guess. Justin Jefferson, 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. Not much outside of him, though. I kinda do want a more pass-heavy offense, though. The blocking was very good this year. Our worst was Luke Moss, and he wasn't even that bad. Garrett Bowles did very well. And on defense, I see something crazy. We have 117 tackles for Queen, TFL's 12 for Wise and Stewart, and sacks 19 for Khalil Mack. Only 5 for Josh Uche, 4.5 for Stewart, 4 for Wise, and only 3.5 for Starks. But, I mean, Uche and Starks were splitting, I almost said carries, splitting snaps. But Khalil Mack is just way too good in this game. He's insane. I've gotten him in like the last 3 rebuilds because he's like the one pass rusher in this game who does consistently well, which, what is it, like 2017? Why is he the one that still, I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to complain about the game less, but there are just things that happen. But 5 interceptions for L'Jarius Sneed. He's been crazy so far. Not many pass deflections, but we'll take the picks. And then 3 for Queen and Spillane, 2 for Lashley and Kinney, and 1 for Muma. MVP goes to Lamar. I haven't even been paying attention to the MVPs because we haven't had anyone. Did I see Desmond Ridder still on the Falcons? That's great. Also up there for MVP. Cool. Khalil Mack at number 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. I am shocked he didn't win it, but I mean, he still did well, so it doesn't really matter. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Johnny Parker. That's huge. I don't know if he did well enough for X Factor, but I mean, he did win Rookie of the Year, so we'll see. Porter at number 5. He was one of our receivers. It took me a minute to remember who that even was. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Marquise Harris for the Lions. Lashley at 6. We'll definitely take Rookie of the Year. But I don't think we're going to win this game. We've been kind of bad lately. I mean, in the second half of the year, since the midseason, we went 5-5. But we won week 8, so we've really been 4-5 after that game. So that's not great. Great. We have a one last hurrah, though. Oh, no. I mean, players don't usually retire with the one last hurrahs, but this is going to be Khalil Mack, isn't it? I don't know who else it could be. Grover Stewart isn't old enough yet. It wouldn't be Garrett Bowles. Yeah, it's Khalil Mack. Oh, boy. That could ruin this team. But usually they don't retire unless you click all the way through on it, and I just won't. And we have a first of many scenario. Hopefully not our first of one. We'll see if we make the playoffs next year. We'll go play it cool. Y'all know me. But without further ado, let's see if we can beat the 49ers. My guess is no, but you never know. The 49ers aren't usually that good in simulation. And we do beat them 20-17. We'll take it. They were a much better team, so I couldn't have complained if we lost, but we do win. We have so many scenarios. Hello? Okay, there we go. Plus 10 more morale, we'll take it. I don't know if it's just my PC, but the loading screens take so long. Which, by the way, I guess this is a bit of a yapping moment, but I'm getting a new PC. I already have it all ordered. I'm gonna build it, which I've never built one before. I don't know like anything about computers, but we'll see how that goes. So maybe expect no video maybe expect a video Saturday instead of Sunday. We'll see. We'll see when it all gets here. No promises, but we'll see. Anyways, back to the rebuild, not to break the fourth wall there, as I always do. Ooh, we have an upgrade for Tavares Starks, who wasn't very good this year, but was good last year. Maybe that'll make him good again, I don't know. But we are playing another very high overall team, the Philadelphia Eagles, at an 89. They had a very good offense, but a very bad defense, which was also our defense, because we have we don't have Jonathan Gannon anymore, but we did, which I don't even know if I mentioned this. I might not have. I switched to the Bills defense, which is my usual go-to for a 4-3. It worked. Sometimes it's horrible, sometimes it's really good. It just depends on if you get interceptions, and we definitely did this year. I've also had like one interception using the Bills playbook one year, so you never know. But let's simulate this game against the Eagles. Another team that they do pretty well in simulation sometimes. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I can't complain too much if we lose. And we we win another very close game, 20-19. We scored 20 points again, and we're going to be taking on the Atlanta Falcons. That's not what we love to see. They are a very good team in simulation. We get a couple upgrades though, Luke Moss and Robert Spillane. We'll take it. We have another recap for the one last hurrah though. Plus 10 more morale. I don't know why I'm acting surprised that we're getting another one of those. That's just how it works, but we'll take the morale. And I don't know I don't have much faith for this game. They were better at almost everything. I guess they didn't get as many sacks or takeaways, but their defense as a whole was better. I guess we did allow less points though, so I don't know. But their offense was much better at everything. Let's see what happens. And we unfortunately do lose. We're going to be a 91 overall team, an 89, but then we lose to an 87. Playbooks matter way too much. But let's get into what is probably the final year of this rebuild, maybe, and we will see how good we can make this team. I'm going to restructure every deal. We'll see how much money we have to work with. Okay, we freed up almost 50 mil from just restructuring. It's a little broken, but we'll take it. We started with like 5 mil or whatever we had, and now we're up to 52. But we will re-sign Grover Stewart. He only regressed 1 overall. We'll go 2 years, 32 mil, and he doesn't take it. Okay, cool. Awesome. How much is a tag? Probably like 25, 27 mil. 20. Oh, that was a pretty good guess. I'm good. I'm okay. Something very unfortunate did happen, though. I'll show what did happen. I don't think I'm going to bring anyone else back here. Maybe Walker, but he's not interested. Okay, here's what happened. Garrett Bowles unfortunately retired. He was like our best lineman last year, and now we don't have him anymore at the most important position on the offensive line, so that's tough. I mean, on a positive note, Spillane went up to superstar, Snead went up to superstar. Parker unfortunately didn't get X Factor, but he got a few upgrades. It's definitely going to be tough to find a new left tackle, though. We'll see if we can do it. But here in free agency, it isn't the best class ever. It is a lot of old players, which doesn't matter. This is probably the last year, but you know what? I'm wondering if I should go for Tyler Lockett. We don't really have a great wide receiver too. Yeah, I wonder if I could get away with going for like a cheaper deal for both Ronnie Stanley and at least Corey Linsley. I might just go for Zach Tom instead, actually. So we'll go for Tyler Lockett, Zach Tom, Corey Linsley, and Grady Jarrett. Let's see if we can get these 4. And it looks like everybody signs and we get all 4. That's crazy. Corey Linsley will definitely be retired by this point because he might retire this offseason, but we'll see. I don't mean this offseason in the game. I mean this offseason in real life, whatever. I feel the need to clarify that. I feel like some things I say don't make sense, and I just think they make sense. I don't know. Okay, in the draft, we pick at number 30. I kind of want to trade up. Here's why. There are a lot of good receivers. The one I like is Kerry Collins. Not because I think he's the best, but because I think we could actually get him. He had a really good combine. man. He only has great speed and solid acceleration, though, running a 4.35, 4.33, thanks EA. His ratings are really good, too, other than his deep route, which is kind of surprising with, again, 4.33 speed. I feel like you can run deep routes if you have 4.33 speed. No pun intended, but it ain't that deep. If you have speed, you can run deep routes most of the time. Whatever. Gio Virgil looks like one of the best receivers I've ever seen, although 4.24 speed, only solid acceleration, so maybe not. But he might be like an 83 overall. He looks ridiculous. He ran a 4.24 at 225 pounds. That's unfair. I definitely want to trade up, though, for Kari Collins. I am a little worried about him getting picked early because he is good, but we'll see what we can do. All right, we're given a lot of value here. We're given our first-round pick. We're given a 3 and a 5 this year and then a 2 next year to move up to 15. We'll do it. It seems like a lot, but I don't know. The trade value calculator said it was fair, so we'll trust it. Now, are any of the receivers still available? Okay, Kari Collins definitely is the pick here. I wonder if there are any other really good receivers. Jeremy Adams, day 3, that would be good value. Just always got to check. You never know. But yeah, Kari Collins, only 22 years old, out of Miami, left-handed just like me for real. I thought I said he was 6'8". There are 6'8" receivers sometimes for whatever reason. None this year, thankfully. But Kari Collins, welcome to the team. Hidden dev. That's kind of surprising. I thought he would have normal, but he looks like a really good player. He has 98 jumping, 93 speed. Sounds good. I feel like a 4.33 is better than 93 speed, 89 excel, but what do I know? But I think the last pick I'm going to show of this rebuild, we're going to go Josh Claiborne. I don't think he's that good, but we don't really have a second defensive tackle. We kind of just have Grady Jarrett, and that's it. We could also just sign one if we have to. That's probably what we're going to do, but we'll take a chance on Josh Claiborne. He looks good, like A play rec, A power moves, but only D pursuit, and not like the best strength ever. I mean, that would be good for real life, but that's not going to be that good in Madden. We'll just see what his overall is after this, I guess. I forgot it doesn't show overall for some reason, but 87 strength, 83 jumping for a defensive tackle. Probably only like a 70 overall, but I guess he has good play rec and power moves, so we'll see. But here's how we did in the final draft of the rebuild. Maybe final draft. We could do a year 5 if we're horrible. But Collins was an 80 overall. Of course, with hidden dev, very good looking player. Not that good of a route runner, but a decent enough route runner. 89 spec catch, of course, 98 jumping, 88 release. Just good hands overall. Really good player. Claiborne was a 73. He's better than I expected. And then my last pick was Chad Freeman. He's one of these weird players. He did have hidden dev, but he's one of these weird 5'11", good power moves and tackle, but horrible block shed and play rec type of defensive ends. He actually has better strength than they usually have, but only a 69 overall, which nice, but I don't even know if he's going to make the team. We'll see. And then the CPU also picked 269 overalls. Nice. Easily has a dev trait. And Hargrave. We were perfect for dev traits in this draft. That's something, I guess. But let's get into the final year of this rebuild, and we will see what the team's looking like. But here we are heading into the final year of the rebuild. Up to an 88 overall from a, 51, whatever we started with. That's pretty good. It's definitely weird to use the regular Madden rosters, because, again, let me see where an 88 ranks. Or should we just check that at the end of the year? No, we'll check now for the start of the year and maybe the end of the year. I'm having a hard time speaking today. An 88 might be pretty good. Ooh. Okay, the Lions are also an 88. The 49ers are an 89, so they're better than us. Same with the Dolphins. The Colts are tied at an 88, but I think we're tied for 3rd, so we are a very good team. Just the 49ers and Dolphins are better. Or were the Chiefs better too? No, they're only an 87. That's kind of crazy. Should we use a different offensive playbook, though? Should we just go full cheese in the game? Should we go Chiefs offense with the West Coast spread? We'll do it. Sure. You know what I'm realizing? We might have all of the free agents I signed in the last rebuild also on this team. I think we got Khalil Mack, Deshaun Elliott, Justin Jefferson, or what rebuild was that? I don't know. This is a crazy team, so I'm really interested to see how we do. Let's just get straight to the end of year 4. If we miss the playoffs, then I'm not even gonna sure. I just don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Okay, in year number 4, we finish 12-5 and we make the playoffs. Ooh, we actually have a 90 overall team now. Where does that rank in the league? Did we create the best roster in the league? My guess is no, but if I really wanted to, I guess we could have traded for some crazy players and made this team even more insane, but I like to do all my rebuilds like semi-realistically. I don't like to go too crazy with trades. The Lions are a 90 overall. The 49ers are a 91. The Dolphins are also a 90, so I guess we're tied for second now. We're close. We're really close. But let's once again go super quick over the season stats. I already saw our passing stats, and honestly, did I pick the wrong offense? Like, our passing yards aren't that crazy for how pass heavy I thought we would be. Johnny Parker was okay. Nick Chubb, 1,600 yards and 24 touchdowns. Whitfield at tight end, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. I wish Jefferson got the ball more. We really didn't pass that much. The Giants passed that much? Maybe they have a new head coach? I don't know. That's interesting. Clay Green had the most attempts in the league this year. That's interesting. Oh, our blocking was pretty terrible. I might bench Luke Moss. We'll see. He was really bad. Or maybe I should switch Cosme and Moss. I think I'll do that because Cosme has tackle flexibility and Luke Moss was a center anyway, so we'll switch him back to guard. I've had mixed experience trying Sam Cosme at tackle, but I mean, he is 6'6", 309. That's definitely a tackle build. Oh boy. Patrick Queen, 128 tackles, TFLs, 14 for Mac, 13 for Claiborne, and sacks, 21 and a half for Khalil Mack. Almost tying the record for real life. That's insane. 6 for Jarrett, 4 for Claiborne, where Uche had 3 and Starks had 1.5. Not great. And picks, 4 for Queen, 2 for Kenyon Brooks, and then 1 for a few players. But yeah, I definitely think we're going to bench, or at least switch our right guard and tackle. Nick Chubb wins Offensive Player of the Year. That's not super surprising because 24 touchdowns. I think touchdowns as a stat are a little overrated, unless it's for like a QB, but I don't know. I'm not saying getting touchdowns is overrated. I'm just saying, oh, this player was amazing because they had touchdowns. I'm like, depends. Unless it's a QB, like I said. But Khalil Mack also won Defensive Player of the Year, so we won Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. That's crazy. Patrick Queen at number 5, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Collins at number 5, I didn't even really see what he did. And Claiborne at number 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Collins was okay, only 600 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm really surprised. I thought we would have a lot crazier stats than this, but it is what it is. But we have a one last hurrah. I'm gonna guess this is for Khalil Mack again. I mean, my prediction last year was kind of right. It wasn't necessarily a prediction, but Garrett Bowles ended up retiring and Khalil Mack didn't. It was weird. Even though Mack had the scenario and Bowles didn't. I guess maybe Bowles wasn't important enough for a scenario. I don't know. Whatever. But this is very, very possibly the last game of the rebuild. I almost forgot to switch Moss and Cosme, but I'll do that. We're coming off of a 27-12 loss to the Cowboys. That's unfortunate. But let's see if we can get a win. Okay, we surprisingly do. I thought for sure we were going to lose that game. We beat the Buccaneers 24-17, thankfully. Ooh, we get an upgrade for the greatest player ever, Nathan Peterman. I feel like Madden did him really dirty with a 49 overall. I would say he played like a 49 overall in one game ever, like his first game. Obviously, that notorious game for the Bills. Why'd I say 2 players upgraded? I don't know, whatever. But I feel like since then, when he's played like preseason and when he's came in the regular season, he's looked all right. I don't know. I'm not saying he should be like an 80 overall, but I feel like a 49 is disrespectful. Respect my GOAT, my king. I have him at like a 64 in my custom rosters. I don't know. Respect him. But we have a one last hurrah scenario, a recap for it. It'll give us more morale, so I guess that's good. But as I always say, it almost seems like the higher overall you have, the worse you do. And we're going to be taking on the Cowboys, who we just got smoked by in Week 18. And we all know the Cowboys in this game. They are maybe the best team. Their defense wasn't all that good this year, but their offense definitely was. Although they were better in terms of yards, but we had a better scoring offense. We'll just see what happens. And we do surprisingly win 21-14. And we're going to be taking on the Atlanta Falcons once again. Another recap for the one last hurrah. Well, I hope that train didn't come through on the mic. Probably did. I was too lazy to stop my recording and start a new one, but we'll see. But let's simulate this game against the Falcons. I don't have much hope because the Falcons are another one of those teams that just, they seem to do really well even when their team isn't better than yours. At least we're at home, but we'll see what happens. Oh, and we, shout out Fetty Wap, I guess. We lose 17-38. Unlucky. Did we really deserve to get smoked by an 87 overall team? while we're at home. I don't know. There's getting upset and then there's getting blown out in an upset. I feel like that's lame. No Super Bowl, unfortunately, but we built the second best roster in the league out of a 51 overall team. I think we did pretty well here today. Again, I could have gone even crazier and made this team like a 95 if I wanted to, but maybe not that good. But either way, this is a very good team. But thank you all so much for watching. Again, be sure to leave a like on the video if y'all enjoy it. Very much helps out the channel, and it lets me know y'all want to see more like this. So if you liked this and you want to see more, like the video, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe for more, and let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below, maybe related to this or whatever you can come up with. But thank you all so much for watching, and with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.